Hello, princesses, and welcome back to Not Fit for Print Beauty with me, Rebecca. Well, in my travels, my lack of travels lately, funny expression, doesn't really work right now, does it? So in my lack of travels, I have picked up some new products along the way, some fun little things here and there, some of which don't really merit their own video, but I really wanted you guys to see them and get your take on how they work, and I wanted to try them with you on camera. So we're going to dive right into it. I'm going to come right back with a face with nothing on, and we're going to recreate this look using makeup that is either new to the marketplace or fairly new, but new to me. The stars of the show that I really want to kind of celebrate right away are comparing the two new Scott Barnes bronzers. In my Scott Barnes video, I only had one. I also want you to see, if you haven't already, the Extravagance Eye palette from Marc Jacobs. It's pretty sensational, and I'll have some swatches for you. The Tom Ford. This is actually one of his newest foundations. It's a moisturizer though. It's a tinted moisturizer with SPF. So I'm excited for you guys to see that. And of course, the new Hourglass Ambient Lighting Infinity, which I used as a finishing powder today. So we are going to jump right into it, princesses. I am glad you're here. Stay tuned and I'll be back lickety split. Okay, let's get started. We have a lot of makeup here to put on, and we don't want to waste any time. Let's start with a new product I have a little travel size of, and that is Becca Skin Love Brighten and Blur Primer. Becca Skin Love. So this is the first time, this is not a new product for the Becca brand, but it is a new product for this Becca. See what I did there? So let's try it out. And it is kind of a little bit of a cream. You know, the thing about primers, guys, is you really don't need them. Some people do, but you really don't need them all over your face. I need primer where I have my more enlarged pores, which is, well, it's my whole face some days, but really it is right down the middle, right where you see me kind of tapping in product, here on the nose, to the outside of the nose, and kind of the chin area. That is where I really would need primer. I have very normal to dry skin though, so I don't have any other issues with that. All right, and now let's see what we think first though. Oh, nice. It seems to have blurred those a little bit. Not going to zoom you in on my pores. No one needs to see that. Next up, first try for me with the Tom Ford Soleil Glow Tinted Moisturizer SPF 15. It would be nice if I held it the right way, wouldn't it? This is my usual Tom Ford shade of 5.5 Bisque. I ordered it online from Nordstrom, and I just figured, why not? It should fit. It is a tinted moisturizer, so we shouldn't have too much trouble matching the shade, but let's see. I'm usually 5.5 Bisque across the board with Tom Ford, and some people change, but I haven't so far. So let's take a look at the consistency of this baby. It should be fairly sheer as well. So let's see what we think. I love the fact that it's a tinted moisturizer for a few reasons. Number one, yes, I gotta check the shade as we go here. But number one, I love when I can put a moisturizer, or really kind of what I'm using as a foundation, on with my hands. I just think that's the right way to do it. I loved the Pat McGrath foundation because she recommended using your hands, and I love to just get in there and get it under the eyes and get it down the neck, and this feels really moisturizing and really glowy in a good way, not greasy glowy. What do we think of the shade? I got a few shades going on anyway right now because it's summer and I wear such sunblock outside, princesses, that, you know, my face is going to be 8 shades lighter than the rest of me anyway. But I actually think this is working, and we can bronze it up a little bit too. I think it's working. It definitely feels like a skincare moisturizer with a little bit of a kind of a golden tint to it. So I'm enjoying that, and it feels very comfortable and soothing. Cool. Now, unfortunately, I cannot go without concealer. And I have here just a kind of a favorite of mine, becoming really one that's always in use, and that is the Dior Forever Skin Correct Concealer. This is not really a new product. But it is, I mean, it's new-ish. It hasn't been on the market that long, and it's kind of new-ish. I'm just sticking it all over. I know I might as well just do my whole face in it, huh? But you know, when you're looking in the mirror, you see all these little blemishes and things. And to apply it, now that I'm polka dot, I'm going to use a somewhat new, again, new to me, but somewhat new to the market, and that is Pat McGrath's little concealer brush. It's been sitting in my brush holder. Look at that, it's perfectly clean. I haven't used it yet, so let's use that a little bit. Oh, it's kind of nice. I had heard, I'm gonna use my hands too, but I had heard it's really for under the eye, and it's shaped quite nicely for under the eye. And I had heard that it kind of moves product around, but I'm not really seeing an issue with that. I'm gonna speed things up for us here. And yes, I am putting concealer on with my hands as well. Why not? Let's get some on the eyes and rub it in. So there we have, I use this for under the eyes though, and it is very handy dandy. Okay, I have my little makeup remover cloth here. Do you guys have these microfiber makeup removers? Just kind of get them a little wet, squeeze them out. Oh, they're perfect. Get your hands completely free of makeup and you make so much less of a mess. Okay, let's move on. We have the Becca Hydra Mist Set and Refresh Powder. This is a new powder to me. Again, I can make that same joke, new to this Becca. And I'm going to use my Sky brush here, this nice big fluffy Sonia G brush. Poof, this is just kind of a translucent powder, and idea being that I'm going to set everything with it, and we'll see if it feels cakey. So far it does not. I'm just using a little bit, it has a little bit of a net here. So I'm just using a little bit of it here just to mattify things and see what I think. So far, I kind of like it. It's one of my little deluxe sample / travel size. And we'll see. Hydra Mist. So this is supposed to also not dry out or look cakey. So far, so good. I'm enjoying that. All right, let's bronze up a little bit, princesses. Now, in a video that I'll link below, I had talked about the brand new Scott Barnes bronzer. And the company sent me incorrectly the darker of the two, which was this one that I'm holding up right here. In fact, let me open it for you because we do need to talk about this. The Sicilian Sun. And as you see, I've been working through it. I've been enjoying it. And I've worked through that gold on the top. Initially, I ordered Bondi Beach, which the company lovely and they sent it to me. They screwed up, so they fixed their mistake by sending me the correct one. And I haven't touched it yet because I was waiting for you guys. But we are going to have this gold to get through. And to be honest with you, I'm really enjoying the darker color now that I've gotten rid of or mixed in the gold. If I go straight in like that, you guys, we are going to get a full face of gold. And I don't really want that. I am getting a lot of gold here. I can see already. It's unavoidable. It's almost like when you get this bronzer and it's a really nice bronzer. Oh, see, that gold is getting everywhere. It's almost like you want to take, in fact, this is going to be my advice. You want to take your brush and just get that overlay off of it, unless you want to look like Pharaoh, you know, in a museum. So I am pretty gold. That's okay because it's summer, but I gotta tell you, I do like it better. And I told you guys we'd compare it. So let me hold that up for you one more time in case these are new products. This is the darker Sicilian Sun. And here we have the slightly lighter Bondi Beach. Let me open those up. Darker Sicilian Sun, lighter Bondi Beach. So you can see what you think there. Darker, lighter. I'm liking them both, and I can see that they would both be for different occasions. But you know what my advice is? Get that gold, just scrape your, not scrape, but just kind of move your powder brush around in there really vigorously and get that gold off the top first, or you're just gonna look like you should be in Goldfinger. I'll stop with the gold jokes now. All right, we're gonna highlight a little bit. I don't have a brand new highlighter that I haven't used on camera. I do have the NYMPH highlighter from Huda Beauty, which I have already done a video on and I will link below. I have been using it a lot. The thing about this highlighter, other than just its gorgeousness, it's very showy. To be honest with you, I'm fine with it being this showy. I just use it a little bit more sparingly. I've learned on my video, which I'll link below, I am just kind of visible from the heavens with it on, but I have learned to kind of tame it a little bit, and I'm really enjoying it. It's a very, very beautiful, high quality highlighter. And it is worth the money. I like the big pan. It's funny, when I reviewed this, a lot of you in the comments, princesses, were like, ugh, it's too big, I'm out. People, I guess, like a kind of small, compact highlighter. I'm really into this new bigger is better. Big, I mean, look at the bronzers by Scott Barnes are huge. Charlotte Tilbury's bronzers were huge. This highlighter's huge. I'm liking huge. I really do. I'm liking it a lot. Okay, so we've done that. How about a new blush? I got a lot of these Becca travel products that are new to this Becca. I can stop with that joke. Here is the Shimmering Skin Perfecting Blush from Becca, and this is in the shade Camellia. Have you guys seen this one? I'm not usually a pink blush fan, but this is very, very pretty. And we're gonna put this on using a technique I learned from Patrick Ta, not personally, but from watching his videos actually. And that is to smile, yes, but with a closed mouth smile. It's hard for me to do because I'm kind of a mouth open grinning girl. But this is a really pretty pink. If something is too pink, I don't like it. But this is closed mouth. I gotta stop talking to close my mouth though. It's not so easy. So I'm kind of getting a lot of the gold from the Huda highlighter, and this has a shimmer to it as well. And then a lot of the gold that I picked up just from the initial use of the Scott Barnes bronzer, but I'm really happy with this. Let's get a little bit across the nosy, just so it looks like I've gotten a little sun. And so far, princesses, I am very, very pleased with the look. All right, let's move on. The star of the show. I cannot wait to get my hands on it. This is a limited edition because of the packaging. Marc Jacobs Eye-conic Extravagance palette. I'm going to put in some swatches for you guys to see, but first let me just show you what we got here. This little guy broke in the mail on the way here, and the clasp is broken. So they are kind enough to send me a new one, but we can still play with this today. I've cleaned it up as much as possible. And like I said, I'm going to insert some swatches in so that you can see just how pretty and deep the colors are. And we're going to go in and get some of it on my eyes. So I want to start with a matte color, and I think I'm going to start with this color. It's kind of a vanilla color all the way to the side, and just kind of put a little bit more on. I do have that Becca powder on my eye already, but let's just get a little bit more of it on. This is just, you know, I don't know how many of you guys are fans of Marc Jacobs eye palettes. I have the Stiletto palette, and I'm in love with it. Let's go in with this here as a transition right here. I am, same brush, also Sonia G. I am in love with the Stiletto palette, and I use it more than I can tell you. His palettes do not travel well. They break really easily. This one arrived broken. I cleaned it up so you might not be able to tell, but it did arrive broken. Here we have so far me just doing kind of a easy, simple little look with just the mattes so far, which suits me. And this is kind of a matte palette. This is still new. It's limited edition, but it is available, or I wouldn't have put it out here for you guys. And I'm just kind of doing a little bit of a smoky quick eye, because you know I tend to do those very quick looks. This really is the star of our show here. Woo! Let's go in a little bit with this. This looks like a, you know, a little bit of a shimmer here. Let's just kind of put it on the eyelid. What do you think? Ooh, isn't that pretty? And then I want to dig into one of these sparkly colors, because why not, right? Okay, what sparkle should we go with? What do you think? Let's go with this one right here. That's awfully pretty, isn't it? Let's just stick it right here on the center of the eyelid. Not too much, because it is daytime here. But like I've told you before, I don't take this makeup off. Maybe I should. Even though it's morning now, I just don't take it off, because why? I mean, why not look fantastic, even in the midst of a pandemic, quarantining everybody. So, wow, I love it. I love it. I love it. Let's get just a little bit of this vanilla color maybe into the center, just using my fingertips. Woo! I'm very, very, very pleased with that. I gotta get more Marc Jacobs palettes because they're beautiful. Now these Marc Jacobs palettes actually came with, they don't come with, you have to order them separately, but in the collection are these also limited edition kind of golden color eyeliners. And I picked up two princesses. I picked up the Oh My Gold and Pewter Please. So this one is Pewter Please. I'll show you what it looks like. Here is Pewter Please. Kind of reflective. And here is Oh My Gold right next to it. Can you see that? So let's do Oh My Gold in the bottom waterline. And normally I go off camera to do things like eyeliner, but since these eyeliners are kind of the star of the show, whoa, what do you think? Can you see those? And let's do Pewter Please, because it's a tad bit darker. Let's do the Pewter shade in the top. Let's line with it. Now these are a bit glittery, and I don't know if it is advisable to put them in the inside of your eye, but just call me Danger Beauty. We'll give it a try, because those are gorgeous. They're just so beautiful and reflective and so pretty. I have my Surratt eyelash curler. Have you guys tried the Surratt eyelash curler? I feel it's the best on the market currently. I have been using my lash serum now for, a year or more. And let me tell you, if you haven't tried a lash serum, you should. It just makes them so much easier to work with. For the spirit of this video, and because we're going with this limited edition Marc Jacobs, I have pulled out his new At Lash mascara. That is a video I've done already, and I will link below for you guys to take a look at. But this look is really, really coming together. And this At Lash mascara is a very, very pretty lengthening mascara. It can be used in combination with Marc Jacobs' first release, mascara release, which is more of a plumping or fattening for your lashes. This is more lengthening, and I like that, so I'm good with that. You got to get the bottom lashes too, or you're going to look undone. I don't have a lot of bottom lashes, so I don't do too much, and I have a little bit of a clump there that I'll pull off in a moment. Okay, well, we're getting there. Here's another star of the show that I really wanted to show you guys, and that is this Hourglass Ambient Lighting Infinity. Let's open it up, shall we? This is what I like to call a finishing powder. You could use it as a setting powder, but for me, it's gonna be a little too glistening for that. I would like to use this today as a finishing powder. And for me, that requires this beautiful kabuki brush from Sonia G. Just go right in here, and I'm gonna just stamp it in. And what this will do, yes, it does have a little bit of kind of, glitter in it. Not glitter, but it just kind of brings a look together. I love a finishing powder. I don't do it every day. Sometimes I have to skip it, but a good finishing powder, ooh, look at that. And I've got kind of a shiny look going today, but I'm okay with that. Wow, it's really coming together. A good finishing powder that you can put on. Let me get these clumps off my bottom lashes too. Just pulled them off when they dry. That is beautiful. And I have never used this one on camera. I didn't know if it deserved its own video, so I really wanted to put this in here and wait to try it with you guys. Now, I've got a lot of gold going on. Please remember that is probably the fault of this new Scott Barnes bronzer. Here's another thing that's kind of new, but new to me, and I haven't used on camera. Have you guys tried this beautiful Tatcha serum stick? I'm gonna use it right now, but this is a great product to keep in your bag because during the day when you have used maybe too much powder and it starts to get a little cakey under the eyes, you take this little baby and you can just put it under your eyes and it just kind of wakes everything up and refreshes. It just kind of plumps up your makeup. You can put it here in the, any sort of lines that you get. It just adds a little bit of kind of a dewiness and it just wakens the makeup, especially if powders get a little chunky. Throw this in your bag and it just kind of It's like an instant refresher, this Tatcha serum stick. It's really a good product. Last but not least, a new product to me, also by Hourglass. This is the lip oil. Now, many of you have tried the Hourglass lip oil, the untinted version. It's really soothing and lovely on the lips. Here is one of the somewhat new, not new, not incredibly new, but the somewhat new tinted version in the shade Cameo. I'll tell you already what I've heard is the issue with these guys. They're a little bit messy. Look how you can see that coming out the tip there. And it's a beautiful kind of cool, refreshing applicator. So the application process isn't messy. Ooh, look how pretty that is. Oh, it's so soothing. The application process is not messy. The after application, see, that's a mess. You need to almost have, I'm reaching over here to get my little cloth, you need to almost give it a wipe off. And if it's in your handbag, that I know is not really easy to do. So the claims of it being messy are, they're kind of true. However, it is, as you can see, and I just put one coat on, a very, very, very pretty look on the lips, and it's very comfortable as well. Thank you so much for going through these products with me. Did you pick any of these fellas up? What do you think works the best? Are you excited about any of them? Do you think you might order them, or what have you tried here? Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. And hey, thank you so much, guys, for getting me over the 500 subscriber hump. We're on our way, and I would certainly appreciate your support and your subscription. And I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.